Peel Regional Police are investigating a double fatal crash that killed a motorist and a motorcyclist last night in Brampton. The collision happened in the area of Queen Street East and Bramley Road at about 10 o'clock last night. Investigators believe the driver of the vehicle may have suffered a possible medical episode at the time. Paramedics say both victims were pronounced dead on scene. Roads in the area have now reopened. 4 people still in critical condition after a tourist bus crashed on Highway 401 near Prescott, Ontario. 24 people were injured in the single vehicle collision yesterday afternoon, most of them tourists from China. There were 37 people on board the vehicle when it went and left the westbound lanes, hit a rock, and then ended up in a ditch. One person injured was a driver, another a tour guide. It appears that the bus may have been from the U.S. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. The Toronto Police Professional Standards Unit have opened an investigation into an officer who's also running for the PCs in Scarborough for allegedly sending threatening emails. PC candidate Rashawn Nalaratnam is alleged to have sent out dozens of emails in Tamil saying, "Don't do nasty campaign against me. I will teach the lesson after the election." A PC leader, Doug Ford, says he hasn't seen the email.
Well, I haven't seen that, but let's be very clear. You know, elections get heated, and we're staying positive. We're staying positive on this campaign.
Nalaratnam, seen here in the suit without a tie, appeared beside Ford at a campaign stop yesterday. He's apparently been an officer for the last 9 years and is running in the riding of Scarborough-Guildwood. After her weekend admission she's not going to be premier after Thursday, Liberal leader Kathleen Wynne continues to push her anybody but Ford message. Speaking at Queen's Park, Wynne claims even die-hard Conservatives are scared of Ford.
Doug Ford has turned out to be, I think, even more disturbing to people than we might have thought. But I think there are thousands of Conservatives across the province who really don't believe that they can vote for Doug Ford.
Thank you so much. Now, Wynne is actually pushing for a minority government and has suggested she doesn't want an NDP or PC majority. Doug Ford and Kathleen Wynne were in the crosshairs of the NDP's Andrea Horwath as she stopped in Chatham.
Even Kathleen Wynne is not endorsing Kathleen Wynne this time around. But what we're saying is we have to stop Doug Ford on Election Day. On Election Day.
If the advance polls are any indication, voter turnout might be pretty solid for this election. Early numbers show an increase of more than 18% this election compared to the last. More than 768,000 people have cast an advanced ballot. A trio of suspects wanted in connection with a rash of vandalism in Hamilton have turned themselves into police. 31-year-old Matthew Lowell Peltier, 34-year-old David Prichitka, and 34-year-old Alexander Balch, all from Hamilton, surrendered yesterday morning. Police say that they will face charges, including unlawful assembly while masked in mischief, over $5,000. On March 3rd, a group of about 30 masked people dressed in black walked along Locke Street and smashed the windows of homes, vehicles, and businesses, causing about $100,000 worth of damage. A public inquiry into the 8 murders committed by nurse Elizabeth Wetlaufer set to begin today in St. Thomas. Last June, Wetlaufer was convicted of 8 counts of first-degree murder, 4 counts of attempted murder, and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Over the course of a decade, the registered nurse injected the victims against their will with massive doses of insulin. Her crimes went undetected until late 2016 when she checked into a Toronto psychiatric facility and confessed. The inquiry is scheduled to last about 4 months. 6:06 here on BT. We're heading to break, but more Breakfast Television when we come back.